There we go, we are live. Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. It's been like 3.5 weeks, and well, what a 3.5 weeks it has been. It's been a very, very busy month, and 𝗠𝗘𝗠𝗕𝗥 was insanely time consuming, but we uploaded some great content there. And if you want to see more of that, definitely head over to TikTok. But we're back, finally, with the YouTube streams. It feels great to be back, and to be honest with you, maybe we'll be a little bit rusty today as well, because it's been, of course, well, 3 weeks since I last did this. But yes, good to see you. Welcome back to another stream. Let's say some hellos to all of you in the chat before we head over to Sydney today with the -8 Q400, which we haven't really flown an awful lot on these flash flights and streamed anyway. We won like once before or something, but not an awful lot. So let's say some hellos. Anshul, I see you in the chat. I know, Anshul, you're watching me on a TV right now. It's always scary. Aviator Booney, Aviator EK, who else have we got here? Random, Ryan 57, Swavy, 𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗥𝗦𝗜 Airlines, Lucky Aviation, Pilot Jacob, 𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗥𝗦𝗜 Airlines, by the way, member for now for 19 months. Hi, how are you? I'm doing very well. Thank you very much for being a channel member for 19 months. That's incredible. Who else have we got in here? Elder Gaming, Wilma the Rail Fan. Hello, welcome to the stream. Crazy B, what's going on? Welcome back. Pilot Jacob, I think I've already said hello. Washington Plain Bull, welcome. Zachary, Lee Russell, IF Hong Kong, Aviation 200, Aviation X, Random Ryan 57. I said hello to you already. I'm pretty sure I'm repeating some now. But anyway, hello. It's good to be back. I don't really want to stall for too long, like always. Otherwise, we'll be sitting on the ground for quite a while, right? So I would prefer to, get moving ASAP, especially considering this airport is relatively small. And of course, this event, I'd imagine, will be quite busy anyway. So if you are joining, number one top tip, if ATC allows you, just push back as soon as possible and make your way out to the runway so that more aircraft can spawn in and get a chance to participate today. But with that said, UAE Aviation was welcome to the stream, by the way. With that said, we're more or less ready to go. Like usual, the weight and balance, flight plan, everything's already complete. So, copy my flight plan if you are joining today. With that said, let's head over to Sydney, Canberra to Sydney in the -8 Q400. It's a relatively slow plane, very fun plane though. It's 50-50 on how it handles. Sometimes I fly it good and sometimes I fly it very bad. So it'll be interesting. We don't have a live cockpit, so we used a HUD view today, which is nice. It's to change because we always fly in the live cockpit, so it's nice to fly in the HUD sometimes. With that being said, let's tune into. I've already listened to the ATIS. For the sake of getting out of here as soon as possible, I'll just quickly go over it. What it was here? Information Charlie, no pattern work, landing and departing runway 35. There we go. Okay, so that's all we really need to know. Let's go over to ground and just request pushback with Information Charlie here so that we can get out as soon as possible. BT Handles, member now, first officer for 2 months. Welcome to the stream and thank you for being a channel member. Aviation, I see you there in the chat. Welcome to the stream. What's the server? Expert server, of course. Says it like right there. There we go. Pushback approved. Expect runway 35. Lovely. Of course, as always, we'll answer questions or whatever once we're airborne and flying on our way to Sydney today. It's not too long of a flight. Cruising at flight level 190 today at around maybe 220 knots. This plane is relatively slow. Its performance isn't, of course, amazing. It's just a regional aircraft, so it's going to be a quick and very short one today. Beacon lights are coming on then, parking brake can come off, and we'll hit that push button and start pushing back. Use the first stage of flaps for departure today and around 20% trim. I'd imagine we'll be airborne in absolutely no time today. This aircraft is incredibly light and very fun to fly, so we'll be rolling for probably no more than a couple seconds and then we'll be in the air. Which is nice, which is great. Hopefully we can make this a very quick departure and a very quick stream today, so that nobody here gets bored. Dan the Magic Man, what's going on? Aviator E, I already answered this, but yes, this is the expert server. Zachary, we are flying from Canberra to, I think I pronounced that right, to Sydney today. But of course, as mentioned, the -8. How do you get all the aeroplanes? IJ Mike, you have to be a pro subscriber on Infinite Flight to access all of the aircraft and the entire world. And of course, all of the other pro features. Let's start engine 1 then. Let that spin around, taxi out on 1, then start engine 2 as we get closer to the runway today. Toby just woke up. What's up? Have you flown at the Q400, Dan? No, well, not in real life. I haven't actually ever been on an aircraft like this, or the ATR, for example. Although I would definitely like to. It certainly interests me, and I'd like to give it a go, 100%. Not Cabinet, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you back here. Aviator EK landed in Sydney this morning with a Qatar A380 on an overnight flight. Awesome, nice. That's great to hear. Here we go then. Amshore is just behind us in the Embraer here. Let's just not crash into them. We'll slow down. We'll stop the pushback. Get rid of the tug here. We don't need that anymore. Flaps can go to 5. Trim can go to 20. And we're more or less ready to go already, which is nice. These engines start up very, very quickly. So with that said, let's just request taxi here. 235 with information, Charlie. Just like that. IF Hong Kong has flown on one before, kind of cramped, but it was a fun experience. Yeah, I bet it was. I bet it's I mean, especially I'm 6'1" or something like that, so I can imagine a plane like this would be very, very cramped. But I'll definitely give it a go, 100%. As mentioned, relatively short flight. I don't think I mentioned the flight time, but 154 nautical miles. It's not overly long whatsoever. Of course, if you're flying an Embraer, I'd imagine you'll do this flight a lot faster than we will in the Q400s. It should take around about, I would say, at the very most, depending on, of course, traffic on arrival into Sydney, 40 minutes at the very, very most. Although I can imagine it'll be slightly shorter than that, especially considering usually, or typically, when you fly east or kind of northeast, where we are today in the direction of the flight, you usually have a tailwind. So you might have somewhat of a tailwind. I haven't checked windy, but of course, we'll find out once we're up anyway. But the conditions right now, speaking of winds, are very calm, 0 knots in the direction of in the complete direction that we're taking off from. So not that's going to affect us, but very, very smooth conditions at the moment for departure. So we should have a very, very nice takeoff, and hopefully it stays that way. Hopefully it's a very smooth flight.
Runway 35, Canberra ground, Air India 143 heavy, ready to taxi with information.
I've got to say, Infinite Flight is easily the best mobile flight simulator, and then for console PC, Microsoft Flight Sim, you guys have done an awesome job at this game. Keep up the great work. Travel the Caribbean 2009, thank you very much. We appreciate the kind comment. Oh, look at this! I didn't even realize there's some Moritz over here doing some plane spotting, standing on top of the car. That's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and fire up. Oh, we've already fired up engine 2. I forgot about that. There we go. Well, engine 2's firing up.
American 115 Victor Alpha, hold position.
We could even take off from... Honestly, we could probably take off from here, but I'm going to taxi to the end anyway. We'll happily wait in line for a couple of minutes before departure.
Jet 711, hold position.
Woman the Rail fan. Hey Dan, have you ever used Flight Plan Database? Yes, I certainly have, and I certainly do. I use it more or less all the time. It really depends on like how realistic I'm trying to be. A lot of the time I'll use SimBrief, as that of course provides a lot more detail than Flight Plan Database. But yeah. Flight Plan Database is great, and if you're looking for a flight plan tool for Infinite Flight, you can use FPL to Infinite Flight, which uses SimBrief, or you can use Flight Plan Database. They both do a very similar job. Just one gives you more details than the other. Aviation 91, yes, of course. Yeah, we'll do a giveaway today. Why not? It's been a while since we've done a stream, so maybe we can do 2. We'll do 2 giveaways. How about that? 2 months. 2 months on this one occasion, right? Let's see. Dan, how was Miami? Glad you asked. Miami was great. First time in Miami the other day. And I must say, out of everywhere, not that I've been to very many places in Florida, Miami, I really liked. I really enjoyed it. Of course, we stayed in like central Miami, like in the city area. And that place was just great. There's so many palm trees. The Miami Beach, South Beach is just super, super nice. And it almost gave me like holiday vibes, right? If you're a European and you go on holiday to like Greece or Spain, it's a very similar vibe to that. And that's what I really liked about it, because a lot of the places you go to in America, you don't really get that vibe, that holiday vibe. But Miami was really giving me that. I think it's a really cool place. I personally would definitely go back to Miami if I get the chance again. Let's slow down here and not go up the back of this Dash 8. Wow, this airport, I just looked at the map. Wow, it's busy. Hey, look at this. Look at the mini-map. I knew I was going to get a bleep there. Look at the mini-map right now. That's pretty incredible. 104 there, yeah, that's why. 114 of you are watching right now. Hello to every single one of you. Welcome back. It's great to have you back here. Glad that you've managed to join this event today. Thomas said, awesome to have a flash flight out of my local airport. Have a great flight, Dan. Thomas, thank you so much. And wow, this is great that it's your local airport. Hopefully you get the chance to fly out of it today during this busy time. I'm sure it'll be busy throughout the day anyway, as it's on the ATC schedule, but start to slow down here. Otherwise, we'll get another bleep. I called it. I knew it was going to happen. It doesn't even seem that close. Maybe it is, though. Maybe it's too close. I'm not sure.
Taxi to runway 35. Contact tower when ready.
𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗟𝗏. My day's been very good so far. And it's going very well, of course. I'll just do this stream to top off my day and then go out, see some family afterwards and have some dinner. But other than that, yeah, great day so far. Lineup shot. Yeah, Anshul, you know the drill. The lineup shot right now of all of the aircraft waiting for departure would be pretty nice. Maybe we could share that on social media or something later on this week. Aviator Ethan said, "There's so much traffic, I can't get pushback clearance." Yeah, honestly, I'm not too surprised. I'm pretty sure the ATIS says this anyway, but of course, if you are joining this event today, do expect delays. As always, these events get relatively busy. And unfortunately, we can't help that, but it's great to see that so many of you like to join these events and enjoy these events with us. It's great to see, although, of course, you should always come along to these events, with the idea in mind that you might be slightly delayed from your anticipated departure time. Hey, thanks for mentioning me, Dan. No worries, Ethan. You're more than welcome. Welcome to, thank you for being on the stream. Southwest 009, what's up? Superman is number 10 for departure, 20 minutes wait. Yeah, there probably is quite the wait, to be honest with you, yeah. Dan, did you also have the feeling that when the waiters grab everything out of your hands when you're done with eating in Miami? No, actually, not really. Here we go then. It's almost time for takeoff. Let's go ahead and tune into tower. Request departure, 35, departing north today. The flight plan is slightly different, and I do apologize. It's slightly different to that of what you'll be able to copy and paste on the official thread on the forum for this event. I made a couple of tweaks just before starting the stream today for a more convenient flight plan to follow the star into Sydney today. So again, if you are joining, please copy my flight plan. I'm literally just... Oh, computer's making noises. I'm literally just about to depart, so it's probably a good time to click on my aircraft and copy the flight plan before I go. Dan, you are cool. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Let's get ready here. We're waiting. Roger, just waiting for this this dash to take off in front of us, and then we should be able to rock and roll. Is there any aircraft on arrival, though? There's a Dash 8 quite far out at 4,700 at the moment, so it'll be a little while before they're on short final, so we should receive clearance any second now, really. Maybe to line up and wait. Let's see here. There we go. Line up and wait 35. Slowly creep onto the runway then. The traffic right now at this airport is looking absolutely insane. 𝗖𝗛𝗟𝗏 887 has been a member now for 8 months. What's up, Yellow? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for being a member for 8 months and supporting the AOPA Foundation's You Can Fly program. Great to have you here. Do you ever think of becoming a commercial pilot or an airline pilot? Yeah, that's been my childhood dream. The likelihood of that happening, probably relatively slim. Although, yes, I'll always dream of doing exactly that. But one thing I also really wouldn't mind doing is flying biz jets. I think that'd be kind of fun as well. Honestly, I'm just keeping my options open now. Okay, let's start to slow down then. We've lined up on the runway. Just wait for our takeoff clearance. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and turn on our strobes and landing lights. We need those. Here we go then. 35, clear for takeoff.
Runway 35, cleared for takeoff.
Pretty sure you can use 100% throttle in this thing. But I'm not going to. I'm going to use 85 because we're really light and we're going to rock it anyway. We don't need all of the power. We've got a really long runway today. for this aircraft anyway. Should be able to rotate just about now.
Hotel Alpha November Sierra. Line up and wait runway 35. Line up
There we go.
runway 35. Papa Hotel
Gears coming
Alpha
up.
November Sierra.
And away we go. Not too bad. Let's go ahead and turn on the autopilot here then. Get ready to lower the nose in just a moment. Enabled heading mode at the moment. There's 1,000 feet. Let's bring the nose down. We'll climb at around 210 knots. If it allows us to. I'm not a professional at flying this aircraft, I'll be completely honest with you. I'm a bit of a noob, but should be fine. We'll turn on the LNAV soon. We get towards the next waypoint here. There you go. Thank you. Good day. Let's just hand off here. Magician, thank you so much for the service here at Canberra. Thank you. Good day. And we'll just tune out here. We have no center frequency. That's not a problem. Oh, yeah, no, maybe we do. No, we don't. Just approach. Okay. Oh, wait. Departure. Checking IFR. They didn't hand us off. Flaps coming up.
Zulu 7. Contact IELTS monitor on 119.45.
There we go.
Contacting IELTS monitor on 119.45.
Pretty smooth so far.
Zulu 7.
Dan, what device are you playing on? This is a 2018 iPad Pro that you're watching the gameplay from at the moment. There we go, radar contact. Cool. So we'll climb around 2,500 feet per minute. Looking pretty stable at the moment. We'll climb at around 200 knots. We only need to go up to flight level 190 today. You can actually see the traffic already at Sydney. We're that close. Looking very busy back there. Okay, now that we are airborne, did I turn the strobes and landing lights on? Oh, right, yeah, they're underneath. I always forget. I always think they're on the end of the wings, but they're not. They're on the top of the tail and the underneath of the aircraft on the Dash 8. Anyway, like I was saying, now that we're airborne, if you have any questions, now's the chance to go and ask them, because I don't really need to look at the iPad screen now until we exceed 10,000 feet. And even so, when we reach that altitude, I won't really need to do much other than increase the speed by a couple of knots. So, LNAV's engaged. Going to proceed on course here. Not cabinet member now for Superfan for 9 months. Can we have a whip today? I'm sorry, there aren't any whip shots planned. I haven't prepared any, so maybe the next one we can do that. And of course, as always, if you're not a member of the Discord server, I'd recommend heading over there as well. There's some pretty awesome stuff over there. The rules are pretty relaxed as well, and there's some great discussions, and you're able to fly with many community members as well on your small events that you can create on there, which is really nice. So definitely become a member of the Infinite Flight Discord server today if you do get that spare moment too, because it's a pretty cool place to hang out. Let's see. Aviator Ethan asked, Dan, are you excited for the A380 rework, or could you care less? No, if I'm being honest with you, I am really, really excited for the 380 rework. I can't wait to get my hands on it and fly it around. It's definitely going to be fun, and it's up there with on the list of my favorite aircraft. Hands down, 100%. And I mean, I get it's a very, it's not a very practical aircraft. It's too big for a lot of airports. The routes are really limited. They're quite sparse in real life, for that exact reason of it being too big, and it's quite expensive. But I think the reason why I like it and the reason why it's one of my favorites is just due to the sheer size of the aircraft and the fact that it's the biggest passenger aircraft. That just really sells it for me. It wouldn't be like my #1 favorite. I honestly think at the moment the A350 is topping my aircraft list, if I'm honest. But my list changes all of the time, so it's a little bit unreliable. But there we go. I noticed that when you push back, it also said pull. Yes, this is a star feature at the moment, Ethan. And if any of you saw that as well, that's not a public feature at the moment, although it might very well be in the future. Again, wind conditions are very, very calm at the moment, only 6 knots. I'm going to climb at 2,000 feet per minute, slowly increase that speed to 220 knots. I'm sure that X-Cub tops your list. No. Although Laura's plane is very nice. See here, we should be able to land nice and smooth today. I'll try my very best. Of course, we're landing in the HUD view again today, and usually my smoothest landings are in the HUD view, so we'll see. Away we go though. Landing lights can be turned off. Some pretty nice scenery around here, actually. I don't really fly around Australia an awful lot. Center this map here. 28 minutes until we arrive. Very short, very, very short stream, very, very short flight. But of course, the great candidate for a flash flight. Dan, where are you flying to? We're flying to Sydney today. Just landed. Visibility in Sydney is horrid, according to Matthew. Well, thank you very much for the heads up. That makes things 10 times more exciting. I always like when the wind conditions on arrival are a little bit questionable. Same with the visibility as well. I like a bit of choppy weather on arrival into airports. It always spices up the situation a little bit. JS Ribs, the cruising altitude today is 19,000 feet. Flight level 190, around 220 knots. I'm pretty sure like 220 to 230 is the average or usual cruise speed of this aircraft anyway, so we'll just keep it at that. Hey Dan, when will O'Hare be done from working on it? Wilma, the rail fan, thank you so much for the question. Those of you who are currently wondering on the progress of Chicago O'Hare in infinite flight, it's complete. All that's left now is the official review, which is currently taking place. I don't really have a time frame on that. My efforts on Chicago O'Hare are now completely finished, so it's just over to the reviewers now. Dan, when I was on the Virgin Atlantic A330 for the first time, I got the middle row, but then I saw an empty window seat, so I got up and took it. Aviation X, that's great. Yeah, of course, if you see an empty seat, take it. As soon as any airline says boarding complete, you can kind of move, really. It's not too much. I would still recommend asking the crew. They'll probably say move after takeoff just to make things a little bit easier and to expedite the departure process. But yeah, as soon as you hear, especially when you're like put on a row and there's no one next to you at the start of boarding, and then they say boarding complete, you know you've scored a goal. You know it's great. It's going to be a great flight because you have the seats free next to you. Alpha Plane 311, welcome to First Officer. Glad to have you on board as a channel member. 19,000 feet down, they don't go very high at all. They don't. The Dash 8s don't fly very high at all, really. I'm not too sure what the service ceiling of this aircraft is, but I'm pretty sure it's probably not too far past. I mean, it's definitely not past 30,000. I'd be surprised. Alpha Plane 311 also gifted 1 membership. That's awesome to 𝗖𝗛𝗑𝗏. There we go. It's very kind. Very, very kind. We departed from Canberra, if that's how you pronounce it. Sorry, I'm English. I'm probably absolutely butchering the pronunciation of that. There we go. But what's ATC saying? Handoff here. We don't need to be on that frequency anymore. Bruno, thank you so much for the service here. We will tune out. And now we don't have to listen to all of the comms on ATC. That said, we do have 23 minutes until we arrive at Sydney, and 4 minutes until we hit the top of descent. So what we'll do if we do a giveaway today, we'll do the giveaways. In fact, no, do you know what? Let's do one giveaway now, and then we'll do one once we land. So let me fire up Nightbot here and get this configured really quickly. All you have to do is be active in the chat. Where are you from? England. Dan, how long have you been playing Infinite Flight for? 2023 marks 10 years for me. Nice. 2023 marks 10 years. Oh, right, yeah, I read that back to front. Thomas, I have been using Infinite Flight. I believe it was from the 13th of October. Was it the 13th? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the 13th of October, 2012. Let me check. You can actually check this. Let me go on to the App Store on my phone. Click on Purchased, and then search up Infinite Flight. I first downloaded Infinite Flight on the 13th of October 2012. Long time, basically. quite a long time. Any whip shots? Not today, not on the stream. But of course, there'll most likely be more on social media and Discord. Here, let me click the giveaway keyword. No, the keyword with the active user giveaway today. Right, okay, so all you have to do, you have to be active in the chat. It's as easy and as simple as that. You just have to be active. Say hi, hello, anything really, whatever word you'd like to say in the chat, as long as it doesn't get banned by the YouTube bot system, whatever. But yeah, just be active in the chat, and you'll automatically be entered into this giveaway. If you do win the giveaway, it'll say "Woo!" what you've won on the screen or in the chat, wherever, and then we'll go ahead and contact you on the community forum or a method of your choice if it makes it any easier if you don't have a forum account. But with that said, if you are entering this giveaway today and you do wish to win, please do not click off the stream, because of course if you click off the stream and then you are picked by the bot as the winner and you're not here to claim it, we'll have to roll it on to the next person. So just, if you're entering, stay active, because you could be the winner today. Chat goes crazy, as always. Whilst we're here, just like to mention that we will do the second giveaway, like I mentioned a couple of moments ago, once we've landed, just to save you asking 100 times. We'll do the second one when we are down. With that said, we are actually descending in 1 minute. 7 nautical hours till we hit that TOD. Not too far at all. We love you, Dan. We love you, Dan. We do love you, Dan. Oh, we love you. What? I have Hong Kong said, my luck is bad. Luck might be on your side. We'll see if Nightbot's feeling nice today. We've got, at the moment, 33 entries. And there's 107 of you watching right now, which is very concerning. And listen, right now, up for grabs is a free subscription to Infinite Flight Pro. 1 month to Infinite Flight Pro. And 105 of you, more like 80 of you are sitting there right now, and you haven't entered. It's very surprising. There's something free up for grabs, and I'm surprised you haven't commented in the chat. But do it, because you could potentially win Pro and then fly on these streams with us, which would be great. Is there not any frequency to see us in? There's no approach at the moment, I don't think, anyway, into... No, there is. 𝗏𝗔𝗡𝗡𝗟 is controlling approach into Sydney, but we are not in range, so we'll just descend at our own discretion at the moment. Nothing is free in this world. Best believe this subscription definitely is free, so we just found a loophole there. Anyway, with that said, we've just hit the top of descent, so let's go ahead and roll it now. We've got 40 entries. We'll count now from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The winner of this giveaway is Aviator. Oh, Aviator Ethan. I actually see in your profile photo there that you're wearing the Infinite Flight jumper. That's great. Well, there you go. Congratulations on winning the month to Infinite Flight Pro. Of course, if you are still here in the chat, please let me know. And of course, let me know your forum name, which I'd imagine is most likely Aviator Ethan. Just let me know if you're here. The bot will automatically pick your comments out in the chat anyway. Let's have a look. Dan, how do you enter 𝗏𝗏𝗡𝗏𝗏𝗏? All you have to do is be active in the chat. We'll do another giveaway once we've landed. Let's see. Ethan. Aviator Ethan. To Ethan. Are you here? Because you just won a month to Infinite Flight Pro. Everyone, let's tag Aviator Ethan in the chat right now. Let's get their attention. Spam at Aviator Ethan. Come on. The one thing I said, you know what I say? It's almost like I jinx it. I say it all the time. If you're entering the giveaway, don't click off. And I feel that. Oh no, Ethan is here. Okay, there we go. Okay, Aviator Ethan. I'm not too sure if you missed it, but you did just win the month pro to Infinite Flight here from the giveaway. So with that said, please let us know your Infinite Flight community forum usernames so that we can go ahead and get in touch with you later today to give you your prize. And again, don't be too disheartened if you haven't won the giveaway. We'll do one more once we've parked up at the gate at Sydney. Please stop, I'm already here. Okay, you can stop tagging Ethan now. It's cool that you got the infinite flight jumper on, though. Love to see that. 16,000 feet and descending. Hey Dan, is it true that the A380 is coming out on the 93rd of October 2045? You're absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct. How do you see your username in Infinite Flight? You should be able to click on the profile icon in the top right corner of the screen to see or view your profile and your stats. Of course, if you connect your Infinite Flight account or your app, sorry, to the forum, your forum name will automatically be carried over to Infinite Flight as your account will be linked. So if you'd like to change your name, you'd have to reach out to a moderator to do that. You can also hide and show your username within the settings as well. You can tweak that, so maybe that's what you're referring to there. If you can't see usernames in Infinite Flight, then just visit your settings, visit online, and choose to view or unhide the usernames, and of course unhide your own one as well. Dan, do I need to DM you on the Infinite Flight Community Forum? Yes, Aviator Ethan, that would be great. But of course, if you could let me know your Infinite Flight Community Forum username as well, that'd be brilliant. Just so I know that it's definitely you and not someone else that's trying to send me a PM there. I'm sure it's most likely Aviator Ethan. But again, yeah, you've of course won, so feel free to message me as well beforehand. Dan, can you still connect a joystick to Infinite Flight because it's broken for me? You can, and actually, if you visited our booth at Flight Sim Expo and Oshkosh, you would have had the opportunity to try out the Velocity 1 joystick by 𝗠𝗘𝗠𝗕𝗥𝗦𝗏 at the booth, which was super fun. It's a very, very nice joystick, which brings us on to, of course, the talking point of joysticks for Infinite Flight. Android, slightly easier. It's more or less plug and play with Android, whereas Apple, of course, make things a little bit difficult. Therefore, if you'd like to connect a joystick to Infinite Flight on iOS, you'll need to get a Raspberry Pi, and you'll need to basically use a little bit of hackery to make it work, which is unfortunate. It would be nice to be able to plug and play with iOS as well, and maybe that can be something that's dealt with in the future. But yeah, it's if you want to use hardware with Infinite Flight, my #1 top tip right now would be to just use it with Android, as it's a lot easier, and you won't have to fiddle around with dongles and wires and Raspberry Pis to make it work in the process for iOS. Let's see. Anshul, Dan might want to double check your VNAV altitudes really quick. Are they off? Yeah, they are. Goes back up to 9,000. Let's go ahead and just set this one to 0. Thanks, Anshul. We'll leave it at that. Finland too. What's up? Welcome back to another stream member now for 20 months. You know what's crazy is that it doesn't feel like we had channel memberships enabled for that long. I'm sure you become a member more or less straight away. It's a very long time. Hello, Dan. How are you today? I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Let's have a look here. Oh, looks like we have approach. Awesome stuff. Going to request approach. What's the... actually, hold on a minute. What's the ATIS here at Sydney? Let's have a look. Landing runways 34 right and 34 left. We'll take any... Let's just try and take 34 left. It just makes things a little bit easier. Go on the ILS, of course. The visibility is apparently not very great, according to someone that was watching the streamer a couple of minutes ago. Is it Tuesday or Tuesday? Or Tuesday? It's not Tuesday. Definitely not. It's Tuesday. There we go. Avdan continued as filed. Expect the ILS approach 34 left at Sydney Kingsford. Awesome. You can actually see the visibility dropping there as well. Let's reply to Kaj. Aviation Kid, what's up? I'm doing very well. Welcome to the stream. 112 of you watching right now. How's everyone's summer going, by the way? To those of you in the UK, I guess that doesn't apply to you because our summer is non-existent, but anyone else in the world, how's it going? 𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗘𝗟, what's up? Welcome back. Demarks, how was your flight to Miami? It was great. The flights to and from Miami were actually quite bumpy, but yeah, overall quite pleasant. Very nice flights. Yeah, when is the next update? Soon. I can't say. In the UK, we haven't had a summer, said 𝗖𝗛𝗑. No, we haven't. It's literally non-existent. Today, it's not even warm today. It's not nice. It's annoying. Paris was quite rainy for the last week. Yeah, I think. I mean, quite a lot of Europe's been having a really bad heat wave. Also, Greece. It was kind of sad to see that Rhodes was on fire. We usually go there every summer for a holiday, but yeah, it's unfortunate. 10,000 feet. Chicago's weather has been all over. Yeah, the weather actually, especially like during Oshkosh, was quite questionable. I mean, 90% of the time it was pretty nice, but when we had storms, wow, did you know about it? We had like tornado warnings, some pretty crazy stuff. You know, the storms developed very, very quickly. But my time in Chicago itself, when Cam and I flew home, and Tom, when all of us flew home that day, Cam, myself, and Tom decided to go into Chicago to explore for the first time, for me anyway. And it was super hot, super, super hot.
Do not exceed 250 knots. Qantas 557 Bravo.
JWB, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Got 9 miles with a -8 in front of us here. Let's go ahead and set that ILS for 34 left here, so that we don't forget. Tuned in, good stuff.
Turn left heading 050. Descend and maintain 10,000. Air India 143 Heavy.
Jetstar 401. Continue as fast. Expect the Isles approach runway 34 right at Sydney.
Toby, we're going to Sydney today. Hi, J Mike, what's up? You said my name. What's going on?
Turn right heading 140. Descend and maintain 5,000. FedEx 99 Victor Golf. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Frequency change approved. FedEx 99 Victor Golf. Good day.
Anyone else heard of the Gatwick strikes? I have not. Please inform me. I would like to know about these Gatwick strikes very much.
Do not exceed 190 knots. Q-Link 8.
How many flight hours do you have? I'm not sure. I actually think I'm very close to 4,000 hours in infinite flight. In real life, I only have 15 hours. Slightly different. Oh, such a noob. Let's see. What were the Gatwick strikes? Ryan Gaming, what's up? Welcome to the stream.
Turn left heading 010. Maintain 4,000. Maintain 4,000 until established on the local.
Gatwick strike.
Cleared ILS runway 34 left.
Oh, you're 5 hours away from 5K hours. I didn't realize that. I really didn't realize that. They've had 2 different walkouts for 8 days in total. Really? Main airlines affected are EasyJet, BA, and Ryanair. I'm not surprised that EasyJet are having issues at Gatwick this summer again. Of course, last summer I had the opportunity to work on the ramp at Gatwick during their peak summer season, their first one after COVID, and it was an absolute nightmare. It was one of the most stressful, worst things I think an airline could have ever put themselves through. It was they definitely put themselves through it. It wasn't anyone's fault but theirs. They released these summer schedules ridiculously understaffed, and then things go wrong and they wonder why it's going wrong. But to be honest, aside from that, EasyJet, I've always found EasyJet a nice airline. I like flying with them. But the actual schedule itself is very back to front. Very, very back to front. Right, let's concentrate here. Double tap there. Captain T ahead of us. 18 miles. looks like everyone's just continuing on the planned flight plan at the moment. Sydney's looking very, very busy as well. Doesn't really matter if we do too late of a landing. Sometimes I like to purposely float it down the runway so that we can vacate quite close to the parking spots, but we won't do that today. We just might experience a relatively long taxi to parking.
Heading 310. Descend and maintain 3000. Maintain 3000 until established.
Let's see here. My flight from Gatwick was cancelled, and British Airways owes my family $2K in expenses for that. Wow. Damn. Yeah, compensation, definitely.
Roger. Qantas 557 Bravo.
Very slow plane, this. Very, very slow plane.
Link 240 96 nautical miles northeast of Mittagong at 11,600 feet. Requesting GPS approach runway 35 at Canberra International.
Is Infinite Flight Simulator going to have a battle of the 767 and 737 MAX? To be honest with you, I think if there was any battle, it would be most likely the Neos versus the Maxes. I don't think the 767 fits in that equation very well. Dan, do you need any skills to work as a Rampager? Well, at the time when I applied, actually, there was no experience required. Essentially nothing to apply. I think work on the ramp is one of those jobs where you learn on the job. Although you have to be very switched on. You have to have the ability to work in a team effectively. And you have to be very alert in a fast-paced, busy, and very big environment. Because things happen very quickly at the airport. Things can go seriously wrong very, very fast. I think, honestly, as well, to work on the ramp, you need to have to have some sort of stamina and strength as well, especially when you're stacking bags in the hold of the aircraft. It requires a lot of effort, a lot of energy. But I mean, all in all, again, like I say, it's one of those jobs where you learn on the job. As long as you're switched on and good in a busy environment, piece of cake. Should be really, really easy. Although when it gets really hot, it gets quite difficult. Aviator Griff, what's going on? What's going on, Griff? I remember now for 17 months. Hey Dan, I wish I could join, but I'm stuck in Costa Rica. Oh no, what a shame, you're stuck in Costa Rica. You say it like that's a bad thing. And have a great time. That's pretty cool. Descending again. Airport is actually directly ahead of us. How did you get? Yeah, Aviator Griff, curious. How did you get stuck in Costa Rica? Was I assume like your flight was cancelled or something? But there we go. Descend and maintain 4,000 feet. LNAV's being turned off. Not LNAV, sorry, VNAV. You see, I'm rusty after a month of not flying.
Turn right heading 070.
Ah, Lee, good to have you back. What's up? Are you watching from your phone that was returned all the way from wherever it was in the world, like Malaysia or Singapore? I don't know. That's a pretty cool story to tell. I'm very excited to land this aircraft today, as slow as a Cessna. It should be great fun. Winds are looking pretty decent at the moment though as well. Visibility's improved.
Turn right heading 160. Tahiti Airlines 0.
Let's have a look around. Still on those landing lights. It's almost time to land. Aviator Ethan, sorry, I haven't been looking at the chat here. Dan, do you have my Infinite Flight community name noted? I don't, because you haven't noted it in the chat at any point. But I assume it's Aviator Ethan, so I'm going to take a photo of it anyway. And of course, if you've messaged me on the forum, then it will re-jog my memory anyway. But almost time, everyone. We're on downwind. Please land smoothly, Dan. I'll try my very best. Oh wait, Aviator Ethan's still on the ground? Have you not taken off yet from the departure airport today?
Radar contact. Say approach request. Fueling 5030. Turn left heading 010. Maintain 3000. Maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared Earls runway 34 left approach.
Okay.
Turn left heading 010. Maintain 3000.
I'm going to turn off.
Maintain 3000 until established on the
I'm going to continue flying downwind here. 𝗠𝗛𝗡𝗏 was taking us onto base there. ATC hasn't given me any vectors at the moment. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue flying downwind and just follow the Q-Link 141VA ahead of us, as I assume that's the pattern we'll be landing in anyway. Just fly it at 147. I noticed it twice. It's 𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗚𝗏𝗏. Apologies, the bot hasn't actually pulled that through, but I'll take a photo anyway, just that I don't forget. Thank you very much. Turn right heading 160. Cool, okay. Yeah, so going in behind the Q-Link in front of us here.
Qantas 557 Bravo is 2 nautical miles north of Halsworthy at 7,000 feet. Requesting radar vector.
What's their
to
speed?
Sydney
233.
4.
Ground speed for us at the moment is still slower than them, so we'll just keep our speed as it is at the moment. We'll be able to slow down very quick anyway. Very, very quick. It's a light aircraft. Dan, how's Liv, by the way? Yeah, she's great. She's doing very well. Should be able to fly this at around 220 knots until we're actually very close to the airport. Butter this. Oh, I'll try my very best to grease this. There we go. Turn left 060. Turning. Onto base we go. And short 8 miles behind us there in the U-190.
China Southern 7523. Turn right heading 340. Jetstar 401. Turn right heading 190.
Not too sure if we're going in behind any other aircraft here. There might be a parallel landing with this. Oh, actually, no. It looks like that Q-Link's lined up 34 right. China Southern's maybe going for 34 left. Then we have Tahiti Airline 002 there on our right. Actually, just ahead of us, sorry. 7 miles ahead. Not sure what ATC's plan is here, but it makes sense to send us to 34 left and send the others to 34 right. Purely down, of course, down to the reason that we're arriving from a different direction, but we'll see. I'll just continue as I am at the moment and follow the instructions given by ATC. Turn left 010, just to maintain 4,000 to establish on the localizer. So let's keep the turn coming around here. Zoom in on the map. Oh, the Q-Link is now lined up with 34 left.
China Southern 7523. Contact Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7. Turn right heading 250. Jetstar 401.
Dan, so if I get the membership, how do I tell you to give it to my account? If you win the giveaway, if that's what you're referring to, we'll go ahead and contact you on the forum, where we'll go ahead and send you a link to redeem a month to Infinite Flight Pro, basically. If not, we can add it through our admin dashboard directly to your account. And if you, of course, already have an Infinite Flight Pro subscription, it will simply extend it by month.
Turn right heading 170. Maintain 4,000. Papa Hotel Alpha November Sierra.
Let's keep bringing this turn around then. 6 miles behind the Dash 8 ahead of us. We won't slow down just yet. Slow down in just a minute. British Aviator. The command to enter the giveaway is quite literally nothing. All you have to do is be active in the chat to win. Like I say, we'll do that once we're down in parks at the gate and watching the replay, for example. Oh wow, yeah, the visibility has significantly dropped. Let's go ahead then, turn off the autopilot, reduce our speed, so we're a little bit high, and bring this bad boy into Sydney, into contact tower. Climbout, landing on the ILS, 34 left. Yeah, look at this. Just that silhouette in the cloud.
Victor Delta Alpha
34
November.
left, clear to land.
Number 2, clear to land, runway 34 left, Alpha Victor Delta.
Looks like a tailwind arrival, 𝗂𝗄𝗄𝗓𝗓.
QJet 711. Hold short at runway 34 left.
Holding short runway 34 left. QJet 711. Sydney Kingsford Tower. Fueling 1425. Ready for departure at runway 34 right.
We need to let that speed significantly decrease. We'll just lead off that speed as fast as we can, then we'll start to do a relatively steep descent because we're quite high. We don't want to do a missed approach, so
Qantas 12 heavy. Ready for departure in sequence at runway 34 left. Departing north.
get that speed down as quick as we can now.
Fueling 5030.
Sydney Kingsford Tower, Swiss 1345 heavy, ready for departure at
Oh, I can see the runway.
34
We're
left,
absolutely fine.
Departing straight out.
Qantas 12 heavy. Hold short at runway 34 left. Swiss 1345 heavy. Hold
IF
short
England,
at
what's up?
Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November.
Maintain slowest practical speed, doing exactly that, Ruben.
Maintain slow
Or trying anyway.
speed, Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November.
Looks like the dash in front of us just dived. Actually, maybe I've messed this up. Drop the gear soon. Drop it now to increase the drag. Lovely stuff. Full flaps. Yeah, Pappies have left the chat, but we'll try to descend really, really quickly now that our speed's very, very low.
Sydney Kingsford Tower, Swiss 1345
Shouldn't be a problem
heavy,
whatsoever for the
ready
Dash 8.
departure at runway 34 left, departing straight out.
Sydney Kingsford Tower. Qantas 1499. Inbound on the ILS runway 34 left.
Tower is now offline. Should come back online in just a moment. Maybe it's a controller change.
Sydney Kingsford traffic, Jetstar 40.
There we go.
Miles to the south of 2,000 feet. Inbound for landing. Will make straight into runway 34 right.
Plenty of time to correct that.
Traffic is using runway 34 left. Left traffic.
Sydney Kingsford traffic.
Pappies have entered the
Swiss
chat.
1345 heavy is taking off runway 34.
Sydney Kingsford traffic. Qantas 1499 is on final. Runway 34 left.
We received landing clearance. Number 1 clear to land. Awesome stuff. There we go.
Clear to land, runway 34 left, Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November.
Alright, let's try to make this a smooth one.
When able, turn right and contact ground. Please expedite. Sydney Kingsford Tower. Papa Hotel Alpha November Sierra. Inbound on the ILS runway 34 left.
Wilco, Link 141 Victor Alpha Heavy.
Jetstar 401. Number 1. Runway 34 right. Clear to land.
Is there an aircraft on the runway?
Delta Alpha
Damn it! Go
November.
around.
Go
Okay,
around.
let's do this.
Make left traffic runway 34 left. Swiss 1345
Around we go.
heavy. Hold position.
Holding position, Swiss 1345 heavy.
Oh, away we go.
Papa Hotel Alpha
Make left
November
traffic.
Sierra. Number 2. Runway 34 left. Clear to land. Number 2. Clear to land. Runway 34 left. Papa Hotel Alpha November Sierra.
Going around.
Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November.
Over to approach. Approach.
Executing missed approach, Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November.
Fueling 3709. Do not exceed 180 knots.
Do not exceed 180.
Leave it at 150 at the moment until ATC gives us some instructions.
Fueling 26. Turn left heading 260. Descend and maintain 3000.
Jetstar 688, request denies approach any runway at Sydney Kingsford.
Alpha Victor Delta Alpha
There we go. Turn left.
Heading 220.
220.
Maintain 4000.
Up to 4,000.
220, line is maintained 4000, Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November.
Fueling
Increase our speed to 200 knots.
turn left heading 010. Maintain 4000. Maintain 4000 until established on the localizer.
This is the problem with the Dash 8 though, especially when you're landing at an airport with a runway this big. is that it slows down incredibly fast. This is why I was talking about the touch and down late sort of situation that I would usually do in the Dash 8. Its performance is quite good. It's what's stopping performance anyway. So you have a long runway, you have a lot of Dash 8s in front of you. The exits for the runway are quite far down. It thus, of course, causes a few go-arounds. So I'm not entirely surprised that that's the case, to be honest with you. There you go, there's 200 knots. We'll leave it at that for the time being. In that case, the pilot should race down the runway as quick as possible. Yeah, that's the thing. And this is what I do as well. Like, if the exit to the runway is, the exit for the runway, to vacate the runway is very far down, I'll just purposely not slow down as much. I'll leave the aircraft rolling relatively quick so that I can vacate ASAP. And that's exactly what we'll do today as well. Because ideally we want to vacate the runway to the right. Because if we vacate to the left, we then have the traffic that's taxiing down for 3-4 left departures. I'm not quite sure. If we're looking at an airport chart right now, I'll be able to tell you what the exit is, taxiways, but if you land here, for example, and you take the second left, you're then taxiing into traffic which is trying to depart on 3-4 left. So ideally we want to land and make the first right here. Let's bring those flaps up. Didn't see that we had them on 10 still. Gonzo just gifted 10 Infinite Flight memberships. There we go. Gonzo just started the party. Thanks, Gonzo. With a Dash 8 going right over us at the minute. Look at this. Awesome stuff. I always love passing traffic in Infinite Flight. It's really fun. It looks cool. And you know what I find really fascinating as well, and I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this on a stream in the past as well, but I find it really fun when you're doing like a long haul flight, and then you have like a 777 or something coming towards you like 1,000 feet or 2,000 feet above, and you just click on the username and you're like, wow, like they're flying all the way from like this area of the world, and we've just passed them like randomly, in the skies of Infinite Flight. What are the chances of going this close to someone that is also flying a really long haul route to the other side of the world, and you're just casually passing each other? It's really, really cool. There we go, turn left 130. And increase our speed to 220 again now, just so we can speed up the process a little bit. What's going on with the arriving traffic here? Lots of Dash 8s coming this way. Lots of aircraft waiting for departure as well. Looks like we'll most likely go in behind this dash here that we just passed. Ah, Mozart, what's up? This is so nostalgic. Why is this nostalgic? Tell me why. You could do this on like my Infinite Flight post thing, mate. I don't know.
Turn left heading 070. Sierra Uniform Bravo India Echo.
United 1 Super, what's up?
Until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 34 right. Air India 143 heavy.
New Zealand 103. Execute list approach. Turn right heading 360. Climb and maintain 4000.
Dan, have you gone to space before? No, I haven't.
Right heading 160.
In Infinite Flight, yes, but not in real life.
Turn left heading 120. Maintain 8000. Executing missed approach. Turn right heading 360.
If someone would like to buy me tickets to the Virgin Galactic thing, then I would definitely do that. Oh, I've been playing Microsoft Flight Simulator P3D lately.
Turn left heading
Makes me
120
forget about the Pocket Flight Sim. Well, glad to have you back, Mozart.
Turn right heading 230.
Fortnite Bros. Thanks for the sub.
3 Alpha Juliet Lima Sierra. Contacting Sydney Kings 4 Tower on 124.7. Fueling
I think if we have to execute another go around due to there being traffic on the railway or something happening with 3-4 left due to the sheer amount of traffic that's trying to depart from it, we'll I mean, what's the 𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗟𝗏 saying? There isn't one at the minute because we could try and go in for 2-5. Looks like the winds are favourable for 2-5. If not, we could also try for 3-4 right. Make right traffic next time if we
Left heading 010.
don't receive instructions telling us otherwise but from ATC.
Established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway
And maybe we can do the giveaway now. We'll do the giveaway again once we've landed. The thing is, this is going to go pretty quick, this portion of the flight now. We're already nearly on base. So let's just concentrate and then we'll do the giveaway once we're on the ground. Ask Infinite Flight to send you to space and live stream it. Could you imagine? Then make a TikTok video. Did you do the second giveaway already? No, not yet. Thanks for tagging my event as a community event. No worries, you're very welcome, IF England. TBC, but I may stream that event. We'll see. Pending, of course, availability.
Turn left heading 050. Golf Juliet India Bravo Oscar.
Turn right Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November.
Okay, turn left 060. I'm
060.
going to slow down a little bit as well.
060 Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November.
Fueling 1510. You're in an active airspace. Please contact
Go to 180 knots.
on 119.45. Fueling 6.
Aviator EK said, hope you land smoothly, hope no go around again. Yeah, hopefully we can actually land this time around. If not, like I say, we'll make right traffic and land on one of the other runways
Miles monitor.
that seem a little quieter.
1510. With you at 8,600.
It's a good job that we got airborne as soon as possible.
November Delta. Turn right heading 250. Maintain 5,000. New Zealand 103. Turn right heading 240. Turn right heading 240. New Zealand 103.
4 miles is relatively close to the aircraft ahead.
Mr. Croach. Turn left heading 310. Climb and
Have a little bit of PTSD from the go around. So I'm trying to stay back now. I'm trying to stay back.
200 feet. Requesting
We've both got a tour of Sydney. Oh, Ansel, did you have to go around as well? Were you instructed to go around? Yes, I was indeed. There was an aircraft on the runway. ACES is now posted. 340 in use for landing. Okay, so we'll take 25 out of the equation. Yeah, plan B will definitely be to make another go around to the right and then going for 3-4 right instead. But hopefully, I'm just hopeful that we can actually land this time around instead. Yep, had to go around as well. Whoops, maybe it was a bad idea flying the 208s. They're not 208s, the Dash 8s.
Contacting Sydney Kings
Can you do
4 Tower on
JFK
124.7.
to San Francisco next stream? That'd be quite a long stream, so probably not, no, unfortunately. But we could probably do that for a group flight at some point in the future when the ATC schedule aligns. Right, here we go then. We'll be turning final soon. There we go, 010. And maintain 4,000 to establish on the localizer. Okay, so we'll just roll like this. Here comes the low visibility again. Cheers Aviation, what's up? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. How's life been treating you since Flight Sim Expo? Hit LNAV soon. Let it fly us halfway there. Dan, have you tried Dragon Fruit? I haven't. No, I've never tried Dragon Fruit actually. I definitely would though. Cage Aviation, what's up? Do you know anything about 787 rework maybe coming soon? No, there isn't a 787 rework coming soon. It hasn't been confirmed, and we haven't talked about it internally. So don't get your hopes up just yet. We're currently working on the A380.
New Zealand 103. Turn right heading 010. Maintain 2000. Maintain 2000 until established on the localizer. Clear those runway 3.
Okay, here we go then. Take 2.
Golf Juliet.
Let's see if we can do this.
Contact Sydney Kingsport Tower on 124.7. Campus 1 for Lima Romeo Super. Descend and maintain 2000. 3 Alpha Juliet Lima Sierra. Descend and maintain 3000.
Descend and maintain 2000. Qantas 1 for Lima Romeo Super.
Okay. So 5 miles with the dash ahead of us.
Turn right heading 070.
Velocity 8192 is 33 nautical miles east of Sydney Kingsford at 10,500 feet. Requesting visual approach.
Let's go ahead. Turn the autopilot off. We'll fly manually.
Velocity 8192. Continue as far. Expect the Earls approach runway 34 right at Sydney Kingsford.
I just want to keep the distance from the aircraft ahead now. Over to tower on 124.70. Sound switch. Kai, thank you so much. Or Cad, sorry, thank you again.
New Zealand 103.
Over to Ruben again. Landing on the ILS. 34 left.
Sydney Kingsford Tower, Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November, inbound on the ILS runway 34 left.
Sydney Kingsford Tower. New Zealand 103 is 6 nautical.
Alpha Victor
Jez
Delta
Aviation, what's up?
November.
Said hello already, but you mustn't have heard me.
Clear to land.
Number 3, clear to land, runway 34 left, Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November.
Q-Link 23 X-ray. Request
See here.
permission to cross runway 34 left.
Qantas 226 Bravo Alpha. Frequency change.
You can speed it around 144 at the minute.
Number 1. Clear to land. Runway 34 right. New Zealand 103.
Frequency change approved. Qantas 226 Bravo Alpha. Good day.
Concentration mode enabled. Dan, have you ever done a stream from LAX to San Francisco? I have. I've done many streams in my time, to be honest with you. Too many. I honestly can't remember half of them.
China Southern 7523. Request permission to cross runway 16 right.
Here we go then. Hopefully this will be a good one.
China Southern 7523. Hold short of runway 34 left.
Oh, 3 miles with the dash ahead. Let's fully slow down. 3 miles. Wow, that gap closed very fast. I didn't see the distance counter decrease there between us.
Turn right and contact ground. Please expedite.
Close that
Traffic
gap
on
very
file.
fast.
Wilco, Sierra Uniform
I'm just going to maintain
Bravo
slowest
India
practical speed now.
Q-Link 23 X-ray. Request permission to cross runway 34 left.
Q-Link 23 X-ray. Hold short
Should be
of
able to
runway
maintain
34
maybe
Holding short
90
runway
knots.
34 left.
That's a little bit generous. We'll see.
X-ray.
Yeah, the plane just wants to sink at that speed. Let's see if we can maintain 90 knots though. Around that anyway.
Sydney Kingsford Tower. QJet 711.
Another go around is definitely very possible. I really don't want to though. I've got plans. I need to get this thing down. Is that 2 miles now? More. Getting real close.
Sydney Kingsford Tower.
Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November.
Let's see if I can just sidestep very quickly to the other runway. It'll make things so much easier. It's probably too short notice now. Dropping the landing gear.
Kingsford Tower. Papa Hotel Alpha November Sierra. Inbound on the ILS runway 34 left.
Yeah, we'll just continue. Might be a little bit too late to switch to the other runway. Got the whole chat going well. Do you know what I'm going to do on the next stream? I'm not going to put the landing gear down until we're a couple hundred feet away from the runway. Just to spice things up. Oh, tower's offline, okay. Let's have a look. Runway is clear. It's 500 feet.
Kings Ford traffic. Papa Hotel Alpha November Sierra is on final. Runway 34 left.
We're going to try and make the first exit. Not too bad.
Sydney Kings Ford Tower. Papa Hotel Alpha November
That's
Sierra.
reverse thrust.
Inbound on the ILS runway 34
Exit to the right.
Fueling 23 X-ray. Request permission to cross
How
runway
far behind is
34
the aircraft? Okay, I don't even know. Let's just try and get off the runway ASAP.
Jet 711, ready for departure in sequence at runway 34 left, departing south.
China Southern 7543, cross runway 34 left, 3 left to go.
Crossing runway 34 left, China Southern 7523.
Okay, hopefully we haven't caused any go-arounds there.
Request permission to cross runway 34 left.
Wow. 777 drifting across the airport.
Number 1, runway 34 left.
Okay, so let's
Number
just
1, clear to land.
have a look
Runway
here.
34
Looking
left.
very busy here on the ground.
Hotel Alpha November Sierra.
Bring those flaps up. Trim can go to neutral. Ground, request taxi to just parking. Strobes landing lights can be turned off.
Sydney Kingsford Ground, Qantas 14 Lima Romeo Super, request taxi to parking.
Mike Alpha Tango Tango Victor, taxi to parking at your discretion.
We'll try to expedite this process.
Mike 6, request
Meanwhile,
cross
we can go ahead and do the next giveaway.
into parking. Mike Alpha Tango Tango Victor.
Discord
Crossing
notification.
runway 34 left. Qantas 1
Ruben, no worries at all. I can't reply to your message right now, but no pressure. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and do the next giveaway. I just have to refresh it here. All you have to do is be active in the chat. You can say anything you want, and you'll automatically be entered into the giveaway.
95, continue taxi, Oil Shorten runway 25, link 256.
Sydney Kings Ford ground, China Southern 7523. Request taxi departure.
Nice landing, Dan. Thanks so much. Wasn't too bad.
Qantas 557 Bravo, Oil Shorten runway 34 left.
Just gonna try to taxi to parking as quick as possible now.
Qantas 557 Bravo.
We have to skip the replay mode for today, purely because we're eating into the time. I've got plans after this that I'm now slightly eating into, which was unintentional. So,
Runway 34 left. Stress 1 India.
let's see, taxi into parking. Chat's going wild, as always. And there's a giveaway.
Crossing runway 25. Air India 143 heavy.
Sydney Kingsford Ground, Qantas 783, ready to taxi with information.
I just have to. I mean, I'm not really too sure. We could park it over to the right there, but that wouldn't be too realistic. I kind of want to go to the terminal.
Sierra Uniform Bravo India Echo. Request permission to cross runway
Should be able to just
25.
cross
Holding position,
25 because it's not in use by any aircraft.
Sydney
I don't think.
Kingsford Ground, Etihad 22, request taxi to parking.
Golf Juliet India Bravo Oscar, request permission to cross runway 25.
Taxi with one engine. We'll turn engine 2 off.
Cross runway 25.
Crossing runway 25. Sierra Uniform Bravo India Echo.
Golf
Should
Juliet
just be able to cross the runway.
Hold position. Golf Juliet India Bravo Bravo Oscar, hold short of runway 25, hold in position, Golf Juliet India Bravo Oscar, hold short of runway 25, Golf Juliet India Bravo Oscar, Qantas 95, cross runway 34 left.
It's like, maybe
Crossing
not.
Runway 34 left. Qantas 95.
Slightly odd.
Oscar Romeo Bravo Yankee, cross runway 34 left. Crossing runway 34 left.
Slow down then.
India Oscar Romeo Bravo Yankee,
West
Qantas
runway crossing.
95, hold short of runway
2-5 here.
34 left. Alpha Victor Delta
Make a
Alpha
relatively
Delta,
quick taxi to parking.
cross runway
Sprint for it. With that said, we do have 49 entries. Am I even moving? Here I am. We have 49 entries for this giveaway. Hold short of 2-5. No worries at all. Let's go ahead and roll the giveaway, because why not? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The winner of this second giveaway of the stream is
Pushback with information Oscar.
Luminous Nate. Congratulations on winning a month to Infinite Flight Pro. Hopefully you're still here. If you are, of course, then be sure to say hello and let us know your Infinite Flight Community Forum username.
Pushback approved. Qantas 99.
Luminous Nate.
Crossing runway 25. Qantas 1949.
There we go.
Crossing runway 25, Alpha Victor
Cross
Delta
25.
Alpha November.
Qantas 192. Disregard last message.
Sydney Kings.
Yes, sir. They're here. Cool stuff. Okay, do you have a forum account? That's the next step.
Qantas 192, hold position.
Holding position. Qantas 192.
Just cross this runway as quick as we can.
Holding position. Oscar Kilo Sierra Whiskey Alpha.
There we go. IFC Luminous Nate. There we go. Okay, awesome. Congratulations on winning a month to Infinite Flight Pro.
Taxiing to parking. Papa
Okay, let's
Hotel
see here.
Alpha November Sierra.
What I'll do, Ethan and Nate, I'll message you both on the forum later this evening to hook you up with a month sub to Infinite Flight Pro. Just have to bear with me on that one. Let's just taxi to parking as quick as possible, and then we can wrap up today's stream.
Sydney Kings
Strobe lights can be turned off.
446, request taxi to parking.
Crossing runway 25, Qantas 724 Super.
Qantas 724 Super, hold position.
Make a little lefty here.
Qantas 724 Super.
Drift it around the corner.
Taxi to parking at your discretion. Sydney Kings to ground, speed at 831, ready to push back with information Oscar, requesting runway 34 right.
Park on the right over here.
Link to parking, link 446. Link 446, turn left next taxiway. Left on the next taxiway, link 446.
Did I message you on the IFC 5 minutes ago? Okay, awesome. I'll get around to that later on, Ethan.
Sydney Kingsford ground.
David, Tom, Ethan, and Nate won the giveaways today. Of course, if you're interested in winning more pro subscriptions or other prizes for that matter, be sure to tune into other streams in the future as we quite frequently do these giveaways. So don't be too disheartened if you haven't won. I actually saw on Flight Radar that the previous flight taxied into a very unique looking gate, similar to that of what you'd find at London City Airport. I think we'll give that a go really quickly here with the Dash 8, as I think it looked kind of interesting. I'll probably mess it up, but we'll see.
Holding position. New Zealand
It's one of those gates that you taxi into, then make a very quick U-turn. Ooh, taxiing maybe a little bit too fast here. Ooh, ooh, drifting it. Okay, I need to slow down. Okay, slow down. Slow. Just be a little bit patient here, Dan. Now, how does this work? Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to take the lamppost out of my wing.
Holding position. Qantas 14 Lima Romeo Super.
Qantas 630 Romeo Mike Super, cross runway 25. Thank you, good day. Golf Juliet.
Let's just try here on the first line.
446, cross runway 25.
Crossing runway 25. Qantas 630 Romeo Mike Super.
Crossing runway
It's very close to the building.
446.
Sydney Kingsford ground. Qantas 732. Ready for pushback with information pop-up.
That was terrible. Let's just stop there.
New Zealand
And it wasn't, I guess it wasn't awful. We made it, I guess, at the end of the day. Let's go ahead and turn off engine 1 here and call it a day. That said, before we do wrap it up, I do have to give a shout out to our captains and superfans. So bear with me whilst I go ahead and get that up here on my other screen. Let me just quickly sort that out. been a fun stream. It's been a pretty fun flight. Is anyone? I'm just curious. Is anyone still at our departure airport for 𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗘𝗥𝗦𝗛𝗣, trying to participate in this flash flight? Because it was very, very busy on departure. I'm pretty sure quite a lot of us are now already made our way to Sydney, but I'll be very intrigued to know who's still there. Let's go. Memberships. See your members. Let's filter them out. Captains and superfans, let's give a shout out to Captain Sky Marshall, Lucas, Dark Serpent Gaming, Grab, Not Cabinet, Nick Masterson, Gonzo, Fonzo47, Aviator Griff, Butter Zero, Josh K, Golf Hotel, Alpha Zulu Bravo, and Crazy Bee. Anyway, with that said, it's time to wrap up this stream. It's been a fun one, and of course, flying the Dash 8 is always a quite unique challenge and fun one to fly on these streams. And hopefully we can do more of these in the future. And of course, as always, you can now expect to see a few more of these streams now that the exhibition season is over. Sadly, but you know, can't wait for next year. It's going to be fun. With that said, as always, keep the dirt side down. See you next time. As always. Bye-bye. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.
Taxi to runway 34 left. Contact tower when ready.